find out really as well. And I'm looking forward to Sunset, I think, for a bit of a bounce back from NRG, because it was slow going, to be honest. It was, you know, one of the things I noticed, I think, when Ethan last took up the reins of calling for his squad.
Yes, he is. I mean, Bonkar's words were disciplined, very methodical, but that can tend towards being quite slow. I think I used the word ponderous on Bind as well. But I think they've got to increase the tempo a little bit. I do like that Bonkar's recognized that and recognizes that they need to speed up slightly. And here's the comp that they're going to be running with. So NRG taking a page out of Gen G's book. 100 Thieves going for something more along the lines of that double duelist, really focusing on Asuna and Cryo, getting big value from their aim and their aggression. So, you know, if we're talking about tempo again, if we're thinking about things in terms of fast and slow, yeah, NRG is going to be a little more slow around the map. But finding those opportunities to be opportunistic, to find a timing and dive on it. You don't always have to be playing fast, but when you're offered an opening, you need to be able to accelerate. And maybe that means the lurkers get a bit quicker. Maybe that means Mada spots an opening and throws out his own stun. Maybe that means you are setting up plays with the grab net. Whatever it is, NRG on their attack side, which they're about to go into, need to find these openings and need to showcase that they can be a great team, capable of getting through to champs on their map pick. Because we've seen 100 Thieves now on comfort territory of Bind, and they didn't look half bad.
No.
Especially considering the circumstances of not having very much practice and going through all of those changes. They're pretty impressive on Bind. So a chance for NRG to respond.
And sending their sights up towards mid here. There's a fight to be taken. Mada thrives in the 1v1. He's going to be gone. That's a paranoia that just sends it, and the 100 Thieves clean it all up. It's a fast going, though. Cryo already trying to get ahead of this one, but the grab net! Oh my! Obliterating them still is Brock with that ghost in hand. Two targets that were sitting ducks, but has left it into now a 1v2. And Brock, nowhere to run now. Slow to a crawl. Asuna going to be taking his time with it, though. Kess can't really join up and link up with the fight. No reason to overplay your hands too much here. And double tap with discipline. It's 100 Thieves. Another pistol round win.
Viewing that round through the lens of the tempo and the pace again, NRG went for a bit of a fast reaction. As soon as they got Mada caught in mid, and no disrespect to Mada there, they decided to accelerate, caught people in the grab net, and unfortunately just lost a couple players a bit too early. And got Scuba caught. Scuba didn't anticipate that Asuna could be in spawn on such a fast timing.
This is a nice spot.
They're gonna force.
They're forcing.
Goes there.
A big investment here from NRG.
Right here.
Their map pick. They would love to get off to a strong start.
One shock
Hide it with a
dart.
pistol.
One shock. There is only one trip that they have to run into, though. Kess still has the other one in his hand.
Cryo. This is aggro. Got a rifle too.
They're not clearing it.
Doesn't even realize that he's up against the eco, but there it is. Reveals it, and he's already out of there. There's a spam into the box. It's two ripped away. All the way forwards and through. Kess just needs to deny this chance. TP forwards. Seemingly aware of the fact he needs some help, and he needs it now. EU is going to be providing that. Supporting it from the side. It's a quick cleanup and a flawless round two. Immediate shutdown of the force.
You've got to be able to play at a decent speed while still not making mistakes like that. And not clearing that situation and giving Cryo a clean two. Because when Cryo takes contact that early, it also just tells the rest of 100 Thieves exactly where everyone is. The rotates are going to be there. The rest of the team's got no chance of winning the 3v5. Big impact already from Cryo.
This goes here.
Who was remarkably good in stage one. People might have forgotten because it was a while back, but he was on fire.
Yeah, the form was fantastic. Players are creeped up though, forwards again, and they're going to be trying to jump on him. Forcing a TP. It's a gate crash back to safety, but Kess now has to be the player to hold them back. Stun ricocheting. Kess is ready with that Spectre. And oh my, this guy is lighting them all up. What? Get the ace. New to the stage, son, but the ace could be yours. Asuna jumping, weaving, trying to set him up. There you go.
Couldn't find a more confident way of getting yourself sorted on the tier 1 stage. Dude, he looks nice. I mean, the aim, the crosshair placement, it's like snapping onto people's heads. with the ghost out, double headshot onto Som. Well, I mean, a fairly easy one at the end there, set up by Asuna, but there's a nice little eye-by power ace for Kess.
Overhead here, NRG looking to see if they can brush that one off. It's just an eco round, but 100 Thieves are always proactive.
Yeah, well, think about it. This is basically their bonus. They're coming into this one with Guardian, Bulldog, Spectre, and so you want to be trying to make plays. This is where NRG might think, okay, let's slow things down to catch the aggression, because you know 100 Thieves are going to be re-clearing. Trying to catch you, trying to fight you. Paranoia.
Right with a flash as well. It's a bit ahead of it here. Som was side by side. He's cleaned up regardless of that. Xander forwards. Tries to snap to it. Ethan takes him out. Ethan almost going down in the process. That's a very wide face as the smoke blooms. EU was already in front of most of this. These timings that are being taken, 100 Thieves seemingly one step ahead. Drone forward. EU doesn't want to give anything up. No information here, but Cryo's reposition is excellent. He's going to be earning himself a fight there. Swing from the side. EU shuts down any chance of that round going wrong.
100 Thieves are pretty coordinated. I mean, these timings on the trades are actually looking really nice. And the refight, Paranoia thrown through into tiles at the same time as a double swing happens through mid. And NRG aren't ready for it. They're not set up in defensive positions to catch the aggression, and then they can't accelerate as a reaction quickly enough.
Right here.
Ethan, you saw him there. He felt like he had to go forwards and just went for a wide swing and died before his teammates were with him.
Double up, top mid. Bit of a high-low occurring. Smokes up. There's your timing. Okay, EU, that's purely raw instinct. He knows the rough timing of when somebody might be peeking that.
Yeah, it's a nice play.
Asuna walking forwards. Again, against a weaker buy. It's risky. He could hand over a rifle, but he's getting information. But it's all quiet from NRG. They're not giving anything up. Bit of a scurry though, not sure if that's heard. Asuna looks to be, see if he can tighten that net. Players though in NRG are evacuating, moving around as well. Knives are out, and there's bullets flying forwards, a wall in their face to potentially slow them down.
He's so slippery. He escapes and he plays EU in. Meanwhile, Scooper tries to activate on the lurk. Doesn't get anything done. And all of these 100 Thieves players are escaping with fractional HP.
Yeah, barely anything here. Corrode steps up, the next one to take that challenge. 5-0, 100 Thieves are just unreal right now with the form. It's not even their map pick.
I am worried for NRG. I'd be thinking about attack timeout already, to be honest. It's 5-0, and yeah, a couple of those are ecos. But just the way they're playing, it's giving me bad vibes.
Yeah.
0 and 5.
Yeah. Time's ticking.
Bonkar's going to give him another chance to just steady the ship themselves.
All overhead here, NRG. It's a pacey takeover towards A main. Seeing if they can stop any deep push out. This is Cryo hard committed. There's a lot to account for here.
Still got that gate crash to escape.
Yeah, but they could be coming from any sort of direction. Drone spots him out. TP's back. He will respect it.
There was a fast play into elbow, like you mentioned, trying to catch Xander inside of a grav net. That didn't work. But Som's going to have another one online fairly shortly. And it's only Xander defending A currently.
Dimensional drift over. There's an annihilation earned though. Som is going to be waiting, trying to see if he can get that correct timing. Lets it loose. There it is. Wrapped up nice and pretty. We'll see if there's even a chance of being broken out. Xander might just be no longer for this world here because the fight's not going their way. NRG, best chance they've had in a long while. Hunter's Fury. It's improv at this point. But it might just be working in their favor. Uncomfortable fights for 100 Thieves to take. Asuna though wins one out with Ethan being dropped. It's brought to a 3v3. Cryo's holding. Steady is the aim with the operator in hand.
Mada going for jump peaks towards the back.
Yeah, it's silent jump spots. There's no Q. Gives it up now though. 3 players of 100 Thieves moving forwards. We're going to see if they can dissect most of this one. Gliding forwards again. Asuna is right in your face. Shorty whipped out.
Brock's
Close
timing.
quarters combat. Brock from behind. Needs to find value. There's the one, but the gun's not out. And his players allow Asuna. He's given a second lease on life. They're going to know where Scuba is now, but the damage done. There it is with the snake bite. Buying that time, Asuna. Oh, there's no time.
The snake bite from the grave, taking down Kess. What a ridiculous round. That's what it takes to get NRG on the board, Brent. I mean, that
everything.
is crazy.
Everything.
A Red Bull clutch, technically, while dead. A bit mad.
One enemy remaining.
Entire war chest was unloaded really in that round as well.
Asuna is pretty unstoppable too. He's 7-1. He's never getting punished.
Goes here.
Nobody from NRG can really stand up to him or stop him. He's weaving through all of their utility. Looking kind of unleashed on Duelist.
Yeah, round like that took almost everything here. Overdrive from Asuna. Hunter's Fury to supplement and assist. Just putting them into the blender. NRG maintain that composure, but again, not aware of that gap and that timing that Xander just jumps on.
They haven't been able to punish 100 Thieves for going aggressive once. Everything that 100 Thieves try is working. And Scuba and Brock don't even have the health to go for this.
No. Brought down to barely anything. One shot to the chest will really do him.
One enemy remaining.
Xander just aims for the dome instead. Scuba going to be left wondering as well what the hell is going wrong in this map. Just trying to stay alive here, but everything being denied. It's 6-1 for 100 Thieves.
You got to hit the panic button, I think.
Yep.
I mean, they need some kind of input from the coaches. There's 5 rounds left to play in the half. This one's going to be an eco. And
Down, attacker spawn.
as much as they want a little bit of pace, they're never the ones setting the tempo.
No.
It's always 100 Thieves. There's always something active around the map that the defense is doing. And here we go, attack timeout for NRG. Bonkar gets to talk to the team and have a bit of insight.
Yeah. State of NRG that we're getting cheers for the timeout, but
Yeah.
that's the reality that they are staring at right now. They desperately need some input.
Well, their composition does play slower, right? There's no arguing about that. But if your comp plays slower and you're going to let 100 Thieves dictate the pace of the game, you have to at least be able to punish them when they overextend.
Yeah.
And try to draw them into overextending. But at the moment, NRG just can't figure it out. They can't get the read on whether 100 Thieves are going to go aggressive with barrier or if they're going to go for a re-clear. Ethan looks a little stressed here. He had a really bad time calling a year ago, and he was hoping to undo that kind of reputation that he built for himself with some good performances here. The defense side of Bind looked pretty good, but thus far that's 1/2 out of 3 where NRG have looked competent. And this-
Really struggling to get it going.
Yeah, this next round is not going to be any different, I would imagine. I mean, if you're looking for an NRG resurgence, Bonkar's going to be putting the focus on round 9.
When that money's a little bit better.
Look at this, though. Asuna, he goes for the jump spot over towards A. They don't hear anything, and so now they're getting ready to go for a mid re-clear instead. He's super active, Asuna. You've got to be able to anticipate where he is in order to shut him down.
You're seeing a lot of control given up. Yeah, towards market here, the paranoia, that's one hell of an adjustment. EU, who's blind as anything, but just took the shot anyway, and Cryo fills in the gaps alongside him. Now getting a bit of a move on and trying to hunt down the rest of these players. Everyone's surviving. But again, full focus on this round coming up. This is what the timeout was taken for when the money was good.
Looking at the ults, not much that NRG can work an entire round with.
One enemy remaining.
Got a pit to try and utilize, but that's more once you've already got in position.
Yeah.
So what's the game plan? Scuba's still got his setup leaning over towards B, but it's just been countered completely by the Cypher.
Right here.
I mean, Kess is just sat on him. And Scuba can't do a thing. So instead, put the orb down over towards A and try to get space over there.
Tested the reaction times. That's a misplay. Ethan's just out. Maybe not anticipating the Cryo could be that deep again, but this mid control early on. The bread and butter so far of 100 Thieves.
And Asuna not worried about Scuba's lurk timing at all, even with the orb down on A. Greeds for the orb.
Brock's moving forwards here. NRG might be calling for a bit of a B split. Drone through main. Walking up as much as they can really get for free, which is quite a lot of space.
It is. Watch this trip, though.
Trip forwards. I want to really play off of this one here. There's a grab that into the back, and the drone just doesn't quite clear most of the way. Still, plant potentially down here. Scuba full commits towards it. There's a pit down. It's going to make it that much harder. Stuns ricocheting here. Asuna trying to make a go forwards now. That scan! The pit's going to be dropped down. These players got really being caught out into the open. Still, they're going to manage this one with just the guns and weaponry. Moving forwards again, Brock. It's a Hunter's Fury to see if he can assist the team, but now he's the last one left. When that damage done across the side, here it is, but a shorty in your face. Not much you can do about that.
It's a best case scenario for NRG. They get free through market and manage to put a pit down on site. And yet still 100 Thieves managed to work through on the retake. EU couldn't find more value if he tried.
I mean, Scuba getting scanned is everything as well.
It really
Before
is.
this part in the replay, I mean, if that pit's up, it's a different game.
Yeah.
At least in that round.
And Bonkar knows that that was their chance to get back on the board.
Yeah.
At this point, it's kind of chalk. I mean,
Yeah, 8-1.
writing's on the wall here. It have to be something miraculous for this not to be a 2-0 win for 100 Thieves, surely.
It's bargain bin buys, scrapped together. NRG trying to make do with whatever they got.
They're so heavily mid-defaulting.
Yeah.
They're never really pressuring Asuna and Xander off the A-line.
Crowd's still here. There's a smoke in his face, but he's not scared. Forward, crouched up. And side by side, just drifting past. Ethan, he's right there. Open sideline here with a scan down it. Cryo, smoke dissipates. He's just spotted it. Ethan trying to get a jar with a movement, but that's snappy from Cryo. Instant answer. Asuna was dropped in that top section of mid, but EU was quick again to fill in the gaps and the pieces. And again, that proactivity is forwards. Brock. It's being delivered a death blow. Cryo just sends him packing to the spectator seat. And Mada and Scuba have got to do it again. Just two of these players with a lot against them here. Doubled up. Scuba answers them. Leaving it down here. There's 100 Thieves. Again, tightening their grip onto the series. Scuba. No! 4 kills and a Red Bull clutch. If that is what it takes, he will do it.
They needed a hero. Scuba responds. Emotionless, though, at the end of this. Because NRG still find themselves in a massive hole. But he did an incredible job here, and 100 Thieves maybe getting slightly over-eager with that final play. The response from Bonkar, one of relief, I suppose?
Yeah. Coach's worst nightmare, I think, though, if those are the rounds you're winning.
Exactly.
Because it means the game plan has gone wrong.
Yeah, and the mid-default looks horrible, honestly.
Oh, no! Just
well,
you're thinking there's going to be some help for it. That's a Hunter's Fury and a scan across the board. And just trying to jump away, out of the way of it. EU takes out Brock. Som, though, slipped the net. Potentially found a timing, but look at how quick 100 Thieves are already just creeping back in to fill up that space. Let's get the one before the trade is online. Brings it to a 2v3. NRG have chances, potentially.
Both of these players looking like they had different ideas. And Ethan decides to follow Scuba on that timing. Ethan can get basically anywhere on the map, right? He has the Omen ult to be able to work with. So Scuba is the one that's actually finding the timing up through mid to put pressure on Kess.
What a trip.
That kind of gives away where Kess is, though.
Yeah, but Scuba won't be able to step past it.
You break that trip, though, and Ethan might have a timing to activate.
Kess is going to be having his back against the wall, tested again. In a spot like this, noise being cut. Waiting for the final few moments. There's a TP. Trying to fake like he could be entering Ethan. Again, all just hoping that they can pull some 100 Thieves players out into the open. There's a tap. Kess is down and out. Just jumps on and decapitates Ethan. Xander ready with a cleanup. 9-2.
I'm so confused about that. The only advantage that NRG had is that Their player positions were unknown, and yet they tap the plant and break the trip at the exact same time, telling 100 Thieves exactly where they both are.
Yeah.
A strange way of playing that. Down 9-2. Desperation time. A 9-3 half was almost recovered on Bind,
This should do.
but it ended up not being enough, and that's the best case scenario here for NRG. 4 stingers. Som's ult, I suppose, to work with. Plenty of players on Pi watch as well, if that's what gets you going.
Ping's top mid, trying to go for a bit of a squeeze, I think, over towards A. And there it is, okay, rifles in hands of these players. Madder's got it, Annihilation ready to be let loose. As soon as they see some signs of life, Cryo's being cleared. Madder, he's forwards, man. Tip of the spear for this team. Not just for show, still. Asuna is here, and that stun connects. And adjustment of the aim is beautiful, sublime work. Asuna just denying any chance, denying any opportunity. Him and Xander side by side. Puts it at 10-2 at a half.
I really believe Asuna could have had the ace there. I think Xander literally could have given it to him, but all good. Make sure that you secure it 10-2. Asuna's been phenomenal, honestly. I don't think I've put enough respect on this guy now that we're heading into a double duelist meta. He's running
Locked
the game.
in. Yeah. God. Entirely unexpected from where we were standing at the beginning of the day, but 100 Thieves are on the verge of eliminating, well, not eliminating, I should say, but just at least taking the win from NRG. We're not quite in tournament formats yet.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Drop out, check it out. You gotta make the dance, just make it loud. Drop out, check it out. You gotta make the dance, just make it what? Make it loud, just make it loud. You gotta make the dance, just make it loud. Drop out, check it out. You gotta make the dance, just make it what? Make it loud, just make it loud. You gotta make the dance, just make it loud, loud, loud. Make it what? Loud, loud, loud. Make it what? Loud, loud, loud. You gotta make the dance, just make it loud. What?
We're back to it again here at the halftime. Really, I mean, it goes without saying, quite an important pistol round for NRG when they're sitting at 10-2 on their map pick.
Yeah.
And, you know, so early days in this tournament that we're playing, and Josh, is just, you know, it's rough for them.
It's very rough. They were able to win the pistol on Bind, and then they won the bonus on Bind, and then they still weren't able actually to push it over the line. Got to a 13-10 victory for 100 Thieves. NRG would need pistol, bonus, and so much more to make us believers here. It's been a pretty dismal game from them. One half of the entire match so far where NRG have looked awake. And they're the team that, in theory, should have more practice, more time.
100 Thieves going to be ready to meet that firing line. It's a paranoia off the back of that contact. Everybody blind as anything matter. Goodness me, it's what he needed.
It's the same as Bind.
Firepower, explosive, and just catching onto the tail of Xander. There he is, double tap, tip tap from Kess, trying to really reclaim a bit of composure towards the end, but it is a pistol round win for NRG. The first step of what we needed to see in the master plan.
So similar. I mean, again, both teams having a big brawl, NRG being the ones to initiate, to actually force the tempo, and Mada getting a bunch of kills. That's exactly how they won their pistol on Bind. And they were able to convert the bonus. I do like the way that this composition can play on the defense side. They looked a lot better on Bind defense. They looked like they had more ideas, more setups. So they're gonna have to show it. They're gonna have to keep it up.
Ram there off the rip. Make sure that there's no quick follow-up on anybody trying to grab up that orb. That wall is going to be a bit of a problem, Brock. Aim Labs moment.
Broke again.
He walked up on here. Asuna is forwards, but again, he's got backup, so alongside Ethan, there should be no worries.
Meanwhile, the rest of 100 Thieves have blown their trumpets and taken down Jericho. That wall took forever to break.
It's brutal, just the classics, and they're going to be meeting their match here. Brock with the Guardian.
No more to oppose us.
Shuts it down, only one player going down, so one of the best case scenarios really for NRG, even denying the fact that the 100 Thieves couldn't really go for any ult orb. So
Yeah.
thinking about the long con here, they're definitely doing the right motion.
Yeah, NRG are going to have a healthy bonus, and they need to win this one. I think it's a pretty decent idea for Mada to force up into this round. You see he's got 0 credits. I mean, same as Brock forces. I think this is a must-win round. So, like, you might as well be getting better weaponry into it. You've got to break 100 Thieves' economy to have any chance of coming back in. How do 100 Thieves set up their attack rounds? Much more focused on taking extremity control rather than defaulting towards mid. It's just Kess who's throwing his cam in mid, just making sure in case NRG do something aggressive, but 100 Thieves are focused on going towards B, at least early on.
Harder to play against the deadlock.
I mean, possibly, but also Kess was getting huge value by just staying on B on defense and making sure the Viper Alert couldn't do anything. It's this position from Mada that could end up being really important. Asuna, Xander were playing in these kind of spots and just got so much info, so much value. Now 100 Thieves come and try to drone them away.
Okay, drone just stun going to be used. Mada is going to get jumped on here with a paranoia. Does going to be used pound for pound. Ethan puts a stop to it, stalls out 100 Thieves, and now they're just going to be walking most of the way. But are they going to expect this one here? It's a bait and switch setup. Ethan tucked tight. All going to be picked up. That's a double face in the end. And Mada, he baits him intentionally. He's going to make a big play from this moment. Xander just tears his head off, and Kess on the other side of the map, just making short work. Brock out wide. No chance against that many adversaries. 100 Thieves are found at 11th.
There's a lot you can say about the ideas and the macro between these two teams, but also when it just comes down to individuals, 100 Thieves have just been better in spots like that. And you see Ethan steps up against 2, and he just can't get it done. Can't wrangle the rifle down onto somebody's head, and 100 Thieves, also with a great shot from Xander, dismissed the second player too. Both of these squads have got big firepower upgrades. I think that's one of the things that leaps off the page when you see the addition of Scuba, the addition of Kess. But actually, in terms of who's shooting today, it is 100 Thieves.
Yeah, coming out the gates with something to prove, I think. A lot of doubt, obviously, circling around 100 Thieves. You can't blame the people who've been saying that, I think, because the... listen, dropping your IGL without too much notice down to the bench.
Hey, wait, what is Ethan doing?
It was really rough actually from Ethan. It makes me think that is, you know, one of the reasons that IGLs do tend to play worse is that when your brain is trying to think about the mini-map and the macro and whether you should be calling your team to re-clear or whether you should be calling for them to rotate or whatever, it takes your mind away from how should I be playing this situation with my gun to get the most impact. And whether that's with your gun, your positioning, like whatever. But the thinking about the macro takes your attention away from the micro of actually playing. And I think you're really seeing it here from Ethan. Som's another player, though, that is having very minimal impact in this game, whereas he was a key player and a star for them earlier this year.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be very hard for NRG to win if you see Som towards the bottom of the scoreboard. But it's weird to see him playing the deadlock in the first place, actually. Not something that we've really talked too much about in this map. But both of those players, Ethan and Som, struggling right now in terms of finding their kills, their value.
And again, might as well be proper full investment from NRG, because at this point it does need to be almost every single round in a row. No point saving your money. You get a proper full buy going. 100 Thieves only a few steps away from being able to take this match in a 2-0.
And a dominant 2-0, really.
Yeah, which is absurd, really. Again, the expectations that we kind of set at the beginning of the day. The Good pressure down towards B main. Xander
My ultimate is ready.
ensuring that there's no deep push coming or occurring from NRG. Wants to hold that A main space.
And the more noise that you make in B main, the more difficult you make it for someone to choose the timing to use the wall. It's hard for this composition to go for a B re-clear as well. 100 Thieves calling a lot of these B early into a late A push. Rourke, though, doesn't... sorry. EU still with the drone to push Mada away.
Oh, he was given a chance, potentially, to see if he could tip the scales in his team's favor, but blink of an eye, he's gone here, and this is it. Go button's hit for 100 Thieves.
It's got to be on Ethan.
Slight pause in through elbow, making it
Gotta go.
feel like it could be going in a different spot as well, but it's still making a lot of noise. 100 Thieves are going to be going here. Ethan's got a little bit of help, but Brook's only got a stinger towards the back here. He steps forwards anyway, and he meets the clone. Eats it up, though, and still trying to see if they can land these shots. NRG flooding in to the defense of the IGL. And the TP pivot. Xander, he had that spike in hand. He cancels. He's pulled the players away. They're full rotating. It's a full committal. Even committed his own ult over towards B. What a play from Xander.
What a sick play.
And the site open.
10 seconds left.
Caution played, of course, at the beginning, but cleared out enough to get this plant committed in a 2v3. Xander's given his team a lifeline.
Question is, do they read the flank? All three players coming from this direction is weird.
Yeah.
Over there.
NRG just ensuring that they do not let this opportunity slip. It's a player advantage situation.
What a round it would be, though, for 100 Thieves.
Dart gives a bit of peace of mind. At this point, got to get expecting at least this is the direction it's going in, and the crosshair placement is perfect. Xander just still crouched down, ready to pounce, ready to jump on him. Side by side, blink of an eye. It's just left down to Ethan with only the classic. A four-piece from Xander. An unreal plays from him. Broke the ankles of NRG.
What a sick round, man. What a sick round. And you're looking at both of the callers kind of newly stepping up with IGLing experience in the past, with experience playing smokes in the past as well, and a gap between them. I mean, the Xander impact has been spectacular. He's fragging, and he's also bending their brains.
Yeah. One more round will do it for 100 Thieves. Mada feeling like he has to take risks. Mada's into his own hands. He's supported with the util, though the paranoia sweeps. Some supplements, at least for the grav net's going to be removed almost instantaneously here, and 100 Thieves moving in different directions. Asuna is very much alone doing this here, but Mada's hard committed. He needs a bit more for his troubles. Gets the one, backs himself out. A stun is good. Ricochets. Spam against the wall here. 100 Thieves having to fight tooth and nail just for a bit of this space.
Asuna can now activate with the information from the Cypher ult.
Yeah, it's going to be revealing quite a lot. Popping these players out into the open. Mada was definitely going to be squeezed. Ethan, quick reposition, but he's stunned up anyway. Out towards the back and has a glide and a slide. Hunter's Fury is late to the party. Meant to try and help out and relieve that pressure that Ethan was feeling, but damage done. Scuba happy to clean up. Dropped down to 5 health though. Not much you can do from this spot, especially with the off angle that EU's playing in, and now they know where Brock is. Quick pivot, quick rotation, but this is it, surely. Brock has got to do it with just a Guardian, just to stay alive, just to keep the team active, and a double face called. 100 Thieves shock us all.
They wipe NRG away. Not even a struggle on NRG's map pick of Sunset. 100 Thieves going into this, kind of taking us to unexpected territory. Bind and Corrode, the two new maps in the pool for two teams that haven't had much chance to practice on them recently. But showcasing from 100 Thieves today that on old comfort territory of Bind, and stuff that they've played recently as well on Sunset, they are just a cut above.
It's a statement, truly, really, from 100 Thieves here. One of these teams was looking to put their best foot forward for stage 2, realistically, and it's 100 Thieves who have come out on top early on in the groups, and it's going to make potentially a massive difference for their chances.
Yeah, they needed to make a gamble. That's what Zix was saying, right? They felt like they had to take the risk if they were going to go all the way.